All right, it's a rainy Thursday here, everybody, but we're happy to see you inside the building. And this is Thursday, and these are your morning announcements. Let's get to them. All right, today is Thursday, February the 17th, 2022, and these are your morning announcements. Mission of Westline Middle School is to reveal the genius of each Wildcat through a culture of joy, respect, and excellence. All right, let's get Wildcat ready, everybody. Our winter coats, backpacks, and purses are put in our lockers. Our hats are off, our hoods are down, our AirPods are in our pocket, and our phones are in our lockers. And the best way to get Wildcat ready is to mask up. Wildcat's above your nose and below your chin. Protect yourself and others by wearing face covering correctly and not messing with other people's face covering. Let's take a look at today's schedule. Period 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3 today. Our Past, My Future, Westline celebrates Black History Month. Let's first start off with our trivia time. Who was the first African-American millionaire? And that was Madam C.J. Walker. And who was the first female African-American billionaire? That was Oprah Winfrey. That was a tough question for a lot of us. I think we put the first male African-American billionaire, which was Robert Johnson. Gonna look at some of his work next week. But I did ask for first female, and that is again Madam C.J. Walker for millionaire and Oprah Winfrey for billionaire. So let's learn about both of them today. And again, a lot of these slides are provided by Mr. Jerry Shropshire from Mr. King's Advisory. First off, Madam C.J. Walker was an African-American entrepreneur, philanthropist, and political and social activist. She is recorded as the first female self-made millionaire in America in the Guinness Book of World Record, and most of her work happened here in Indianapolis, and downtown it is the Madam C.J. Walker Theater. And the first billionaire was Oprah Winfrey. Now, she got her start in Chicago, so both Midwest people here. Oprah Winfrey has created an unparalleled connection with people around the world as supervising producer and the host of the top-ranked award-winning Oprah Winfrey Show. She entertained, enlightened, and uplifted millions of viewers over the two decades. Her accomplishments as a global media leader and philanthropist have established her as one of the most respected and admired public figures today. That's a few years ago, where she was currently worth $1.1 billion. And she actually has her own network. And I'm saying that as a pun as well, because her own network is called OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network. So she has a bunch of like media conglomerate. They had a magazine. She has podcasts. She does specials for CBS. And so she is one of the first African-American female billionaires in the world. So. All right, so trivia time for tomorrow or today's. Again, when you email me in, I need your name, which I get from the email, which is fine. I need your advisory name, and then I need your answer here. And this is a Jerry Shropshire question. He mentioned we're going to do a slide on Jerry because he loves trivia, but he really is passionate about Black History Month as well, and Black history in general. But what was the first African-American college sorority? We talked about the fraternity a couple weeks ago. We asked about fraternity the other day. But what was the first African-American college sorority? So make sure you email me that over Canvas. And don't forget, everybody, Black History Month is this month, but Black history is American history. Talk about tutoring opportunities for today, Thursday. Teacher Solomon in 6th grade. Nothing in 7th grade, and Miss Jagle and Miss Lopez in the 8th grade. And those are your tutoring opportunities. And make sure if you are staying for tutoring, you are staying because you have work to do. If we're not, we ask you to not attend tutoring anymore. Let's be on time, Wildcats. On time every time. That's Wildcat time. Those of you who have zero tardies between now or between this past Monday and March 14th, we'll have free slushies for lunch on 3/17, which is March 17th, and fewer than 2 tardies from Valentine's Day to March 14th. We'll have treats at lunch on March 18th. Now, when we do hall sweeps, and we do about 6 to 8 hall sweeps a week, we've got to do a couple a day. Your first offense is detention. So those you got caught up in I think everybody caught up in one hall sweep on Tuesday, got a detention. Second offense is redirection for the period. Third offense is Saturday school. And fourth offense is a parent shadow here at Westland to make sure you get on time because your parents walking along with you. How smart is that? And that's why we want you to be on time to class at all times. Don't forget, tomorrow, Diagnostic Excel, we are doing the daily dozen pull, probably 2 dozen. But on that part, all you gotta do is make sure you've been fully diagnosed in both. We are right there with our arch rivals, Eastwood, with a percent of kids who have been diagnosed in both. And really the showing too that people who've been diagnosed in both English and math have made great growth over the course of the time they've been diagnosed to now. So I'm really proud of the growth here. And if you ever want to know how to look at that, I can show you as a student or a teacher and how much you've grown over the course of just the time you've been diagnosed the first time to now. So great work, keep it up. And again, too, you can be diagnosed at any time. When we do the poll, I just go ahead and pull that and I say, okay, who's been diagnosed with both? And then I pick every 12 or 24 people to go through there, and then we give them a treat. All right, so that's kind of how we roll here with our Diagnostic IXL Daily Dozen. And don't forget, on March 1st, we're pulling Daily Dozen of who's been diagnosed. They are getting a pizza party and pop party for lunch that day. During your Warbucks, you may spend those Warbucks in the bookstore during lunch. And then also, I know a lot of teachers have little sheets in their room as well. All food should be in the cafeteria. No food should be eaten outside the cafeteria. Speaking of food, we are unable to heat up a food or cook food for students. That's legal. That's a federal legal law from the USDA. Students, all restroom passes out of the period are 5 minutes or less. Students, you'll need your ID at all times, especially in the cafeteria. You know that as we need them for breakfast and lunch. All cell phones are in your locker between 9:15 and 4:20. They'll be taken if they're seen or heard. The advisory right after this, we have circle, power, and respect on 6th and 7th grade and a structured play activity for 8th grade. A couple of you are doing second step because we're having people from the foundation come and watch your second step, and those people got emailed us so they know who they are. Our motto is every Wildcat every day gets better. So what are you going to do to get better today, Wildcats? Let's make it a great day. See you later.